Hi everyone, my name is Diane Shelton and I'm a trauma practitioner. I specialize in somatic experiencing. What is somatic experiencing? Well, somatic experiencing is a bottom-up trauma processing modality. So what does that mean? Basically, we work with the sensations in the body, that is fight, flight, freeze, and collapse, and we work with those dynamics within the nervous system. And when the nervous system goes on flying because of a trauma, we work with the sensations, the emotions, and then what the mind makes of the actual trauma. So you might be asking yourself, what is trauma? And I like to use the definition of trauma very loosely based, meaning any event where we felt helpless to respond. Now, a lot of times people think of auto accidents as a trauma, or a fall, or even a high fever, or a medical trauma. But also trauma includes things such as relational trauma, meaning things that happen in relation with others. And so somatic experiencing allows us to release that energy that is found within the nervous system, the sensations of trauma, and release it gently out of the body. The really cool thing that I like about somatic experiencing is you don't have to talk about the trauma. You don't have to relive it. Instead, we focus on the body. We focus on the emotions. And then we focus finally on what the mind says about the trauma. Now, with somatic experiencing, what is it really good? What does it treat? And so we treat the physical symptoms of anxiety, of depression, of insomnia, and all of the other things that are not treated are managed by Western medicine. It is a gentle modality and as an adjunct to other things you might be doing. So in somatic experiencing, who is it good for? Well, it's good for pretty much all ranges of people. But what we're looking for in somatic experiencing is that nervous system resiliency. So a lot of times when people are traumatized, their nervous system gets about like this, right? It gets really, really rigid. And you can see it. It's called tonic immobility, where people become kind of frozen. You can see it in their eyes, their face, their posture. Like habituated trauma can look like this, can look like a constant glaze in the eyes. And what we do with the nervous system when it's like this is we slowly increase it. We increase the resiliency. So one of the things with SE, somatic experiencing, is we allow a gentle release so that the body can reorganize and keep up with it. If we did too much of it, it would blow us wide open, and that doesn't feel good either. So it's ideal for people who are wanting more resiliency in their day-to-day lives. Another thing about somatic experiencing, and especially in this practice, I'm working with high-functioning adults who notice that anxiety or depression inhibits their ability to live a fully and embodied life. Somatic experiencing came from Peter Levine when he discovered that in the wild, animals just kind of shake off the experience of a near-death experience. What's interesting in humans, we have the same biology, but then we have a beautiful frontal cortex that tells us to step away, to not investigate. We get inhibited by having the somatic releases. And what we have found with trauma is that once a trauma happens, we're always trying to come back into the place of resiliency. The human body always wants to come back to its homeostasis. And as a practitioner, my job, my role is to help you to notice the sensations and just to gently let it go. So it is ideal from people from anywhere from 85 to 8. And again, it doesn't require the client to have to relive the trauma. Matter of fact, my number one goal is not to re-traumatize you, and that is somatic experiencing.